Hey, how's it going, fam? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Don, and along with my wife Peggy and my little dog DJ, we are going with the Winleys. I want to take this moment to encourage you to subscribe, and if you see or hear anything in this video that makes you laugh, smile, or get a good feeling inside, I encourage you to hit that like button as well. Today I want to talk about something. I want to get your input too. Let me know what goes through your mind when you hear this stuff. So, were we superhuman as kids? I remember spending the vast majority of my time outside during the summer. Now, I grew up in South Carolina. It might not be as hot as Arizona or Nevada, but it got pretty hot in South Carolina. I know it got to 100 degrees a few days. But we would spend so much time outside. And we didn't really have much to keep us going. We had shade trees. We all have favorite shade trees. We drunk from water hoses, which is probably not very hygienic. I would not encourage my kids or grandkids to do that, but that's what we did. And we had little treats every once in a while. Mom or somebody would come inside, or let us come inside. We'd get one of these little, I'm going to call them freeze pops. I think that's the official name of them, freeze pops. But if we had a dime, we can go over to Miss Panky's house. Now, Miss Panky sold little styrofoam cups of frozen Kool-Aid. It might have been a nickel. It might have got up to a dime by the time I was 10, 11 years old, but it might have been a nickel at the beginning. And Miss Panky sold Tootsie Rolls and little frozen styrofoam cups of Kool-Aid. And we used to love them. I remember like flipping mine upside down because there was sugar and stuff at the bottom. But I digress. Did y'all have that in your neighborhood? I would like to know, because it just seemed like there's a collective consciousness where everybody went through the same kind of thing. I know everybody did the water hose things and everybody had the freeze pops, but did your neighborhood have the lick ups? Anyway, that's not what I'm trying to focus on today, but just something that goes through my mind. You know, I can't control that. But there is a heat wave. For some of y'all, it's already hit. Where it's supposed to be some triple digit temperatures over the next few days. We're here, you know, Peggy and I and DJ, we're full time in the RV. And they had some stuff scheduled for this weekend, for Friday and Saturday. But I've got an email saying that these things have been canceled because of the expected heat wave and the triple digit temperatures. And that's what I really want to talk to you about today now, because we're full-time. Let's try to bring you some information about what it's like being full-time in an RV. And one of the two biggest concerns we have is how we're going to stay cool in the summertime. The other is how we're going to stay warm in the wintertime, because RVs are just not as robust as a brick and mortar home. So we have to find ways of getting through that kind of thing. So in the RV, how do we stay cool? Well, obviously the first thing is air conditioning. Our first RV had a single air conditioner, and it was 26 feet long, and it was not able to keep us cool in the hottest weather. So when we decided to go to a larger RV, the current RV we have, the Keystone Outback 330 RL, it's much longer, so we know we had to have at least two ACs, and that's what we had. We had two air conditioners. And those work pretty good up to about 93 degrees. So up to around 93, 94 degrees, the bedroom will still be 75, which is a good temperature. Now, the living area and the kitchen area would get up to like 80. So we have like a 15 degree cooling in the living room and a 20 degree cooling in the bedroom. Now, that stays the same no matter what. So now if it gets up to 100, that means 20 degree cooling in the bedroom is 80 degrees, which is pretty warm in there. And the living room area is like 85. 103 degrees, do the math, 83 and 88 degrees. I don't know if you've ever been indoors in a home at 88 degrees, but it is way more than uncomfortable. So even though we have two ACs, it's not something we're willing to deal with. So what do we do in those situations? Well, first and foremost, the first thing we want to do, if we plan on doing anything outside, we have to either do it before 10 o'clock or after 6 o'clock. That's my first rule now. That's not a big problem for me. You know, DJ and I, we get up around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, get our first walk. We like to see the sun come up and stuff like that. So we can get our walk in. If any kind of setup or any kind of outdoor set we want to do, we want to get that done before 10 o'clock. Another thing we can do is we can sit out under the awning with a fan. That's definitely more comfortable than sitting in the RV at 88 degrees. The awning with the shade and the fan coming through feels like upper 70s or something like that. But the big suggestion I would have is get out. Now, the RV is meant to be like a traveling home for those of y'all who are living long-term or full-time in it. You don't need to stay in it all the time. There are things you can do and places to go. So me personally, I like to take my lovely wife to a movie or something, or we can go spend time at the mall or a library, or even go spend some time with friends. And so there's a couple movies Peggy really wanted to see. So I've got some midday dates planned. And I got some sitters for DJ. So because of where we're located, we've got a lot of family and friends in the area. So that really makes it much easier for us. So we're looking forward to all of that. It is not really that big a problem. I'm going to tell you when you know it's getting hot. The reason why I was thinking about this today is because something happened last night that has not happened all year. It was about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up with sweat. It was probably like 77, 78 degrees in the RV. Like a lot of times we turn the AC off because the bedroom gets cold before we go to bed. It gets too cold in there. As the sun goes down, the bedroom gets cooler and cooler. So we turn the AC off instead of just adjusting it to a lower temperature or a higher temperature. Well, we turned the AC off last night and it got hotter and hotter. So I had to wake up and turn the AC on in the middle of the night. That is a clear sign that it is about to get really, really hot. I don't need the weather report to know that. And so we got to start taking everything into account. We got to start making our plans. For those of y'all who are already going through it, our prayers go out to you guys. Make sure you take this stuff seriously. Now, we were raised, I don't know, either more strong or whatever else it is, but that is not something we need to try to prove or anything. If you got kids, do not let them go outside running unsupervised in 100-degree temperature. Do not let your dogs go outside, spending it all the time outside with their tongue hanging out. Make sure they got enough water. Bring them in. Keep them cool. Do whatever you can to make sure you take care. We don't need to prove anything to anybody. So make sure you're doing the right thing, taking care of your family and little furry friends and yourself especially. So I'm out here this morning grabbing a few things, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to spend a little bit of time with Peggy. We're going to go get some stuff done, go on one of our first little dates. And then at the end of the day, we'll probably go for a late walk or a late day bike ride or something like that to get our fresh air in and stuff. So not discouraged whatsoever by the weather, but it's not something you want to take for granted. So I just want to bring that to you and see what your thoughts are on the subject. So that's all I have for right now, fam. I'll see you a little bit later in the video. All right.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell your mama, I tell your papa too.
I don't know what it is about coming to the movie theater, but you have to have popcorn. But I get it with no butter. But I think they have the absolute best popcorn. It is scorching hot outside, so this was a good idea.
Good morning, family. It's been a minute. Listen, Donald and I are outside this morning because we were going to try to get some kind of outdoor activity going. But this weather has been pretty tricky. I know we've been talking about this weather a lot, but let me just tell you, it has been extremely hot outside. At the park that we're staying at right now, they canceled all the outdoor activities, and they were suggesting, they can't enforce it, but they were just suggesting that you ride your bike before 10 a.m., stay cool. They canceled all the outdoor concerts and stuff that they had for this week. And so, yeah, it's been really hard to stay inside the RV. So we've been, I'm sure Donald have told you, we've been doing a lot of things to try to combat the heat. And so it's been kind of fun a little bit, trying to stay cool and collected in all this heat. And we have us a visitor this morning. Say good morning, Carter.
Good morning.
His dad just dropped him off. So he's going to spend a little time with us. If it gets too hot in the RV, we'll figure something else out. What I do like about this park, though, is they have a splash pad for the children. You know how they have the water coming out the ground and stuff like that. So we took Carter up there yesterday, and he played around in the water just a little bit. But I'm going to tell you what, the adults were out there, too, playing in that splash pad. That's the only thing that this park offers is a splash pad and fishing. But if you want to come relax, this is the best place to be. So we have just been relaxing and enjoying being around family and stuff like that. But yeah.
So as you can see, we did, like I said earlier, we decided to go to the movies yesterday. We went to go see Bad Boys 3, 4?
4. It's 4.
Bad Boys 4. Now, I have not been the biggest Bad Boys fan and stuff, but I'm not giving you any spoilers, so don't worry about that. But it was the best one. Now,
hands down the best one. Let me tell you. Reggie, do you guys remember Reggie? I'm not going to give it away.
Okay.
Remember Reggie? That's the guy in the very first one. When Will and Martin was grilling him because he was getting ready to go out with Martin's daughter.
Yeah.
Reggie saves the day. And it was just so funny. But like I say, this was the best one. I loved everything about it. I want to go see it again. That's how good it was to me.
I would see it again.
I would definitely go pay to see it again.
If we got another super hot day, we might go see it again. But also want to go see Inside Out too. I'm hearing a lot of great things about that.
Is that a bug? Is that a bug on my shoulder?
It is.
Okay.
Good job,
Sorry,
baby.
y'all.
Good job. You handled that extremely well.
It's good to wear white.
Cut. No, I'm just playing.
It was just so funny. But like I say, this was the best one. I loved.
We've been son Tim, he went to go see Inside Out too, and he's been telling us a lot of good things about that.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm big on the animation movies too, action animation and stuff like that. So hey, we're either gonna see Bad Boys 4 again or Inside Out 2, and Deadpool is coming out. So there's a lot of options for us to watch movies. So summer is like the best time to get out and get some movies in. I want to encourage you, if you decide to try to escape the heat by going to a movie theater and you're driving there, find a place with a parking garage underground or indoors or something, because that was like the best little surprise for us yesterday.
Yeah.
We parked Grace in the underground garage, and we came back out. It was only like 75 degrees in the truck. It didn't get to like 100 degrees like it normally does. Whew, that sun is starting to get real bright, man. So if you get the opportunity to get you a movie theater with an underground parking garage or whatever else, take advantage of that. But I'm recommending Bad Boys 4.
You won't regret it. I'm telling you.
You won't regret it. And of course, the place had refill popcorn. I don't know how many buckets of popcorn we went through, but at least 2.
2, because Cameron and I love popcorn, so of course Cameron and I was tearing that popcorn up.
Yeah, we took Cameron with us.
Yeah.
She had a good time too.
Yeah.
Seats were great and everything. So that was just really, really good. The heat was rough, but it really didn't mess up our groove or anything. I don't know, can I say groove?
I guess you can.
I guess I can.
Just dating yourself, but okay.
I'm telling my age.
Just telling your age.
But yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah, but the day is much nicer and everything, and we look forward to doing it. So we'll see you a little bit in the next clip, fam.
Alrighty.
All right. Hey fam, so as Peggy said, we got one of our grandsons here. We got Carter here today to hang out with us, probably go to the splash park or something. But we got another grandson might be coming next weekend who really enjoys fishing. Now, I just realized that I don't have any of my fishing equipment. I don't know why. I bought a fishing pole. For those of y'all who've been with the channel long, you know for years and years I had tried fishing with no success. And then I came across a guy called the Macho Man, Randy, in Mayport in Jacksonville, Florida. And he said, hey, if I take you fishing, you're gonna catch a fish in the first 5 minutes. I shook my head in disbelief, but sure enough, the Macho Man knew what he was talking about. So I think I got a better idea of how to get some fishing done, and but I need to get another pole. So I think I'm gonna go to Bass Pro Shops at some point today to just check it out, see what's available for me, try to see if I can get some help with somebody, figure out what's best for me, and maybe I'll be prepared to take the grandson fishing next weekend. I want to try all the outdoor activities, fam. The biking, the walking, kite flying. It's always windy over here. It's not so windy right now, that's why you can actually hear me, but it's still kind of windy. There's always plenty of wind. You can see the tree flying in the wind right there. Plenty of wind, maybe get some kite flying in when it's not so hot. Fishing, paddle boating, kayaking, hiking, some photography. There's just so many things I can do while I'm outside, and I'm gonna continue to encourage you guys to get outside and get some of that vitamin D. You know you need that sunlight to process vitamin D. I think I'm talking right. Might be vitamin E. I'm gonna go with vitamin D. You need that sunlight to process vitamin D. So get outside, get healthy, and we'll see you in the next clip, fam.